We've looked at quite a few Chromebooks in these videos, and I've always been pretty positive towards them. I like their shtick, minimalist and fast, not designed for intensive work, and the price reflects that. That said, I think the HP Chromebook 14 might be the first one I've seen which is a considerable step down. But let's get the good out of the way first. The 14-inch display is great, only 1080p, but certainly crisp, plus it's touchscreen, only useful for specific instances but a good feature nonetheless. As well, the matte finish is smudge and scratch resistant, always great for a portable device, and it's complete with a modest 4GB of RAM. Obviously that'd be no good for a PC, but a PC we are not dealing with here. And that's all great, and might make you wonder what exactly is holding the new model back. Well, it's the performance. This one is AMD powered, and yet if you have too many Chrome tabs open, or basic apps like Spotify or YouTube, it runs into noticeable performance problems. And this is a big issue, because this is what these things are designed for. Plus, the battery life is lacking, again a problem considering Chromebooks are designed around portability and efficiency, and it's bizarre when you consider the stellar battery life of previous models. And as well as that, this one does get hot. Not to a dangerous degree, mind you, but paired with the need to charge it more frequently and struggling with performance, it only compounds the issue. So the HP 14 isn't the newest and bestest model we could have hoped for, though this is only a bump in the road. Previous models are still perfectly viable, and probably a better option right now, and hopefully future models won't run into these failings. Garmin have unveiled an updated version of their Forerunner line of watches. The Forerunner 45 and 45S are the entry-level devices featuring the standard features, such as a heart rate monitor and GPS. They also now support Garmin's coach function and allow for exercise planning with tracking features. Good stuff. Then there's the Forerunner 245 and 245 Music. The 245s have a pulse oximeter sensor providing even more fitness data, as well as support for sleep and stress tracking, which is interesting. All of this is easily accessible through the new and improved UI. Now the 245 Music is identical with the obvious bonus of being able to store around 500 songs. And lastly is the Forerunner 945. Now this thing is aimed more at professionals with all the prior mentioned features, as well as Garmin Pay for contactless payments, full color maps to help with navigation, more storage with around 1000 songs, with Spotify support. Plus, Garmin promises around a 36-hour battery life in GPS mode, with that dropping to about 10 with music playing too. All great stuff. Now this isn't really my area, admittedly. I mean, I've certainly heard of exercise at least, but at any rate, this new Forerunner line is terrific for either those going on a light jog or full fitness professionals. The Amazon Fire line of tablets have been a great go-to for anyone on a budget that doesn't want to sacrifice quality. They are solid little devices that have just been made solid-er with the new Fire 7. Incidentally, it doesn't have its own distinguishing name, so I'll just have to call it the new Fire 7. New Super Mario Fire 7. Anyway, getting the least important update out of the way first is the new range of colours. Standard black, obviously, as well as sage, plum, and twilight blue. Those being the more pretentious ways of saying green, purple and blue. More importantly, onto the specs, it now has 16GB of storage, up from 8, but now supports microSD support up to 512GB. Never a bad thing. The new Fire 7 also features the same processor as the previous models, being a 1.3GHz quad-core, however this new model has more memory bandwidth to make use of that. And that's actually about it, really. It's nothing spectacular by any means, but that's sort of what works about the Fires. Given their absurdly low price compared to other brands, this new model is nothing but an improvement and still an absolutely terrific option for anyone on a budget. CeX.